What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? Hey, Nate, do you find it ironic that fire trucks are really just water trucks?
Never thought of it that way before.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine an actual fire truck?
Where it just shot fire.
Where it just shot fire,
water?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds way cooler.
Way metal, right?
Yeah, I mean,
let's get on that.
Mad, you're like, hey, I'm calling you a fire truck.
I'm calling the fire truck to burn your house down.
Damn.
Yeah. Food for thought. We'll start the show. What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, so we've got another new comic book day video for you for the week of May 3rd. That is right. We are in the month of Gotta Be May. I didn't do that right. It's gotta be May. Anyway, we might get copyrighted for that, but who cares? It's not like we're monetized yet. Anyway, it's a little bit of a slower week. You know, last week was a thick old boy, and so we're balancing the universe a little bit, and we've got a little bit lighter of a pull. Actually, we've got lighter pulls for a good amount of weeks coming up. I don't know if we're missing something or we just don't have a lot of books, but should be a decent week.
Yeah,
let's get into it. All right, first up, good one here. We're kicking off the show with Demon Wars Scarlet Sin from Peach Momoko. This is the conclusion of her Demon Wars arc, and I gotta be hopeful that we're gonna get a we're gonna continue the Peach Momoko Marvel verse after this book, and we'll get some kind of note from Peach saying, hey, be prepared to read the next installment in the Peach verse in August.
Yeah, it'll be another 6 months, but it'll be on.
I mean, we'll wait. I mean, we are
gladly
massive fans of Peach Momoko and her. I mean, last week she had that Daredevil, no words, just visual story, which was amazing. God, it was so amazing. Anyway, anyway, so don't expect anything but perfection in issue of this issue. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm sad to see it kind of end with her, her version of Civil War. But excited to see where it goes from here. So fingers crossed that we get more Peach in the following months.
I think we will.
All right, after that, another heavy hitter. We got Immortal X-Men issue number 11 from Karen Gillan, and we're right off the heels of Sins of Sinister, which we both really enjoyed. I know there are some people in our community that didn't like it, and that's okay, but we felt like the landing stuck very well. I mean, I think it was like the definition of sticking the landing to a T. And I think I think within the X-Men books, we're going to get a lot of Storm here, because she's just kind of like the last semblance of what Krakoa was.
Right. She's the one true leader that hasn't lost her way so far. I'm surprised that now that we're done with Sins of Sinister, we're keeping with the essentially one character minded each different issue theme with Immortal, but I'm actually really excited for it, especially with the first one back being Storm. So.
I think that's what really makes Immortal X-Men shine. I think that that formatting where we're following one specific character through each issue, I think really allows the story to be told in a much more broad sense. Whereas you're trying to keep, you're trying to keep up with every single character in each issue, and you're like, no, we're just focusing on Storm, or we're just focusing on Professor X. So, also, I want to say this is probably the cover of the week. It's a sick cover.
I mean, it has to be, right?
All right, next up we have Moon Knight issue number 23, and we're having a little bit of a crossover with Venom with McKay. I haven't really been keeping up with Venom lately. I know Dylan Brock is still technically Venom. You know, I know Eddie's still kind of out there too. Venom's kind of in a weird spot. We used to be so enthralled and so like immersed in Venom when Donnie and Ryan Stegman were writing it. So,
Yeah.
if there was ever, I'm not trying to put doubt here. I'm just saying, like, if there was ever an issue that needed to kind of have a little bit of a slump, it might be this one. But at the same time, it's McKay.
Yeah.
And Moon Knight has been fantastic, so I can't see it faltering.
We've had issues like this in the past where the themes or the guest stars or something seemed a little questionable,
Mm-hmm.
and they were bangers just like the rest. So I'm just as enthusiastic about this one as all the rest.
Yeah, for sure. And what I'll be interested to see is if Moon Knight tries to. I mean, it's obvious. It's in the solicitations, Dylan is asking Moon Knight for help, which is fine. But it would be cool if 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 Dylan gets an invite to be part of Moon Knight's little entourage, which I know he'd probably not accept, but it would be cool. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. After that, we have Scarlet Witch issue number 5 from Steve Orlando. This most recent little story arc here has been really fun. We're dealing with Marvel's version of the Amazons. We've got this league of women who basically fend and defend women who are being abused, and one of them has been murdered by Scarlet Witch's assistant Darcy, and so stuff's going down. They're seeking revenge, and they're actually seeking revenge against a fellow woman. So, don't know where that line is being kind of blurred when it comes to their mission statement. But it was a really good issue on issue 4. I don't think we had a show when that issue came out to review. But I was really impressed with the artwork, and I was really impressed with Steve Orlando's story. And so I don't anticipate this not being a very decent conclusion. If it was anything like issue 4, it's a heavy hitter for a potential pick of the week for me.
Yeah.
All right. After that, we have our last X book of the night, and that is Sons of X, X-Men Before the Fall, a one shot from Cy Spurrier.
Yep.
The one thing that's grabbing me about this book is that the fact that Phil Noto's doing the artwork.
Yep.
That's huge. But Cy has been mainly a miss when it comes to a hit or miss situation. And that's not because his book doesn't have substance. It's almost that it has too much substance to the point where I can't follow it. I don't know what's going on. So I'm really hoping he's dumbed it down a little bit. He's watered it down to the point where a casual but still somewhat invested reader of X-Men can understand what the hell is going on in this little one shot leading to the fall of X.
Yeah, the solicitation for this sounds really good. It's Legion versus Nimrod, essentially. We're getting Orcus, more involved. Nightcrawler has been taken by Orcus, and obviously we've got a little bit of Mother Righteous as well. We'll see. These one shots are, supposed to be setting things up, so I just don't think it's skippable. So
no, I don't think it's skippable either, and I think we're going to get also some epilogue from Sins of Sinister with Mother Righteous being involved. And I'm going to say it now. I'm hopeful that Rasputin will be not only I'm sure she'll be in this book because it's Cy and it's Mother Righteous, right? But hopefully she makes an appearance in other X-Men books as well. But only time will tell.
Even with this great Phil Noto cover, I still think there's probably another cover I'm going to pick up.
Yeah.
And that is the Martin Simmons cover.
Oof.
The artist from Department of Truth.
Yeah.
Not only can you just tell his style right away, but this is a really good homage, or at least a lean-to homage of New Mutants 23-24, first appearance of
yeah, it looks amazing. I'm liking the Nimrod shooting out of Legion's head. It's pretty dope.
Yep.
Hey, I'm interrupting the video. Do you know why? Because I have something very, very important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway goal of 1,000 subscribers when we give away this. I know you know about this one because we talk about it all the time. But let's talk about when we hit 850 subscribers and what we're giving away then. When we finally hit 850 subscribers, we're giving away this. A CBCS rated 9.8 retail incentive Green Lantern #1 with Jon Stewart on the cover. That's right. At 850 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. And let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump over to DC with Dawn of DC's Adventure of Superman, Jon Kent. The Injustice saga rages on. Now, you have been reading Injustice along with this, which I need to catch up. I need to get the DC app and just go ahead and bite the bullet and read it because you've been telling me nothing but good things.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But issue 2 was really good. There was a massive surprise at the end of it. And now we are full on into the Injustice part of the DC universe. And, there's one thing that we've said consistently since we've gotten into DC books is that Tom Taylor is really good at Elseworld stories. The dude just wrecks it in that part of the, comic book mythos. So I'm going to go ahead and put this as another potential pick of the week for me because issue 2 was really strong.
Nice. Yeah. I enjoyed the first 2 and not rereading, but reading the Injustice stuff. I'm only halfway through year 1, so I've barely touched the surface, but it's enough to make me super hyped for this book.
That's so dope. All right, after that, we have Dawn of DC Batman, Legacy issue 900, 135 issue with Zdarsky. We're continuing this, also Elseworld story. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the solicitations, but are we dealing with an oversized issue here?
Yeah. So we are dealing with what I would call an absolute mess of an issue.
Great.
So this is a Legacy issue number 900. So of course this is a $6.99 56-page book. You've got to have 12 different artists and 3 different writers all come in and put their tiny little inks on each page. Not only is it that, but this is also the end of an arc, yet it is the first Batman book with the Dawn of DC header. So if you are new to comics or if you are just jumping into DC, you are specifically looking for the Dawn of DC. Hey, this is supposed to signify a jumping on point. Nope, this is actually the end of a 5-issue arc, which is the end of a 10 or 12-issue arc of Chip Zdarsky's current run.
Yeah, no thanks.
Where the failsafe storyline, which is the arc before, has a lot to do with this one. Keep up, because that's not this is a mess. This is an absolute mess.
Yeah, I'm actually really tired of the industry itself doing this legacy. Let me rephrase. I don't mind them celebrating legacies, right? Mm-hmm. As long as it's not over bloated. There's a tasteful way to do it where the same writer does this big issue, unless you want to bring in other writers that were previously on the run or have some kind of nostalgic tie to it. But when it's like this, when it's $7 and it's, what did you say, 56 pages, and like you're saying, like there's a lot of disconnection and saying like, oh wait, is this a new Batman? No, it's not. It's a muddy mess, and I don't like it. And it seems like DC does it a lot more than Marvel.
Yes, but through all of that, let's look at the good side.
Okay.
And that is that Chip Zdarsky is writing it. And at least for part of the book, we get some Jorge Jimenez art.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how much we get. He's the 3rd listed credited creator on this book. So I imagine Mikhail Janin is going to be, or is it Hawthorne? Mike Hawthorne.
Probably Hawthorne.
Is going to be doing the majority of the work, but we do get some Jorge Jimenez. Of course, that's just for this issue, because the issue after this is another new artist. None of the ones that we've been using.
Oh, it's exhausting. All right. All right, let's jump over to a new number 1 from DC, and that is from the Dawn of DC, Shazam with One Magic Word. This is from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. So immediately, this is a character that is in the realm of like I don't really care about, but because it's Mark Waid and Dan Mora, I'm immediately intrigued. I had that same thought with World's Finest, and now look at it. We're hooked, man. We're like so many issues in, and I can't wait for it to come out. So setting that expectation for this book, I think, is valid because of the creative team, because of the writing and the artist. So I'm hopefully optimistic about Shazam. I did read, a mini of Shazam, going into Teen Titans Academy. That was a mistake. So hopefully this can right the ship.
Yeah, this was a last minute decision for me, but I did go ahead and decide to pick this up.
Okay.
And that is only because it is Mark Wade, Dan Mora, and
It's a short
off the
week.
success of World's Finest.
Okay. Yeah.
Because man, I cannot exaggerate enough how much I don't care about Shazam as a character at all. I would genuinely think my life would be better if he didn't exist as a character. But
Wow.
I'll give the
Wow.
issue one a shot. I'll give the issue one a
Okay.
shot.
All right. All right. Those are some strong words.
All right.
All right. Let's jump over to our independents. We're going to kick it off with Dark Horse, Where Monsters Lie, issue number 4. I'm sure this is going to be your pick of the week because it has been every time the book has come up.
Yeah, there we're 3 for 3 so far. I imagine we'll probably go for 4. This has been just a phenomenal slasher horror comedy book. Completely unexpected. The art is very visceral at times, but also very I would say choppy, but like in a good way. Like
Mm-hmm.
it fits the tone of the book. I just feel like this was a passion project for the creative team, and you can just tell that because they just hit everything on the head. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to see how they wrap this story up.
Nice. Well, I can't say I would say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to it.
So I'll show you the bloodiest pages.
Yikes. All right, let's jump over to Whatnot Publishing. We have Astrobots,
Oh my.
issue number 1. This is a very interesting little project here. So I'm trying to expand a little bit of our independence, and I've been doing a lot, or I haven't done a lot. I've picked up one Whatnot Publishing book, and that was Liquid Kill, which I am enjoying, but it's a little hard to follow because it's messy, but I think that's the point. But we have Astrobots here, which is written by one of the original creators of the Transformer comic books, and
Oh,
they are
okay.
teaming up with a toy maker or an action figure lineup that came out that is robot centric, and they're creating a comic book around it. So they're kind of doing the same thing like with Transformers, where we've got these toys, we need to write a comic book or we need to make a show. Let's do it. So it's got like that 80s vibe when it comes to creation, which I really dig because
Yeah.
I'm a huge nerd for Transformer stuff. Ask my sons. Um, but the whole concept behind this book is you've got the Earth is failing, and we've got these astrobots that are going out into the universe trying to find a viable living situation for the human species. But intertwined into that is a civil war going on amongst astrobots. So you can kind of see this similarity to Transformers, except humans are actually involved now, and you've got some astrobots that are, and I could be totally misjudging it, but this is what I got from the solicitations. You got some astrobots that are like, yeah, help humans, and then you've got some astrobots that are like, nah, f them humans, like we king now, we superior. So the toys that they're based off of look amazing. I think I ran into them like a couple years ago as a 3D printed model that you could essentially print the action figure if you had a 3D model, a 3D printer. And I think they still exist, and they're really cool. They're super articulate. They're kind of exoskeleton-esque like. I think I put it on my birthday list once, and I never got it, but it's because I don't have a 3D printer. So why would I put? I
He's not
literally
bitter
put
about it. Don't worry.
I put plans, 3D model toy plans on a birthday list that I couldn't print. So I guess that's why I didn't get it. So anyway, looking forward to it. I think it's gonna have some real cool retro futuristic 80 vibes, which I love to get. One thing I would say is I really want Transformers to go back to Marvel, which I don't think that'll ever happen, but you can dream, right? All right, jumping back over to Dark Horse, we have Hairball issue number 2, and I don't know why, but this cover, I don't like this cover.
You're not supposed to like this cover.
Okay.
Yeah. The first issue, I can't remember. I believe it was my pick of the week when it came out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually have a contender here.
Mm.
This is Matt Kent. I don't know how you say it, but this
Matt
is
Kent.
his Flux House imprint with Dark Horse, where he's doing a lot of weird, wacky horror stuff. The Jenkinses, Tyler and Hillary are on here. Man, this is a creepy book. Like, it's a really creepy book. Basically,
Yeah.
a family adopts a little girl, and at the same time they adopt this little girl, a black cat shows up at their door. They decide to adopt it as well, and unfortunately, horror and tragedy ensue. And in
Mhm.
this issue, the little girl has finally placed the blame on the cat and decides that she's going to have to take matters into her own hands and try to get rid of this cat.
Okay.
I don't imagine that's going to go very well for
No, not at all.
her. Yeah, but this has been scratching the itch of horror. We've had some good horror books coming out lately. We got Somebody's Killing Children, House of Slaughter,
Mhm.
and yet this has been sticking with all these other releases.
You know what horror book that I'm missing?
Silver Coin.
Silver Coin. You knew
Silver
exactly. We need some.
Yeah.
I know he had a baby, and he's trying to be a
Yeah.
dad, but like, come on,
Boo.
let's get back to it.
I agree.
Just kidding. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's New Comic Book Day video for the week of May 5th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? And what's your potential pick of the week? Also, let us know, did we miss anything? I mean, it is a light week, and so now we can kind of say that and not feel kind of guilty about the fact that we're not picking up extra books. So let us know down in the comments, what did we miss? What is the one book that you're like, guys, you're missing out? You need to go back to the shop and pick this up. Write that down in the comments. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated. We're trying to get to 850 subscribers, but we can't do that without your support. So please, please, please do those 3 things for us. It would be greatly appreciated. We will see you live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for another live episode of Two Fat Guys Pull List, where we will review all of these books and more. Have a silly goose time, have some fun, do some chit-chatting. It's going to be a great time. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.